Junior at Mill River take her final warm-ups. We're in the top of the first. We're at Mill River. Beautiful sunny day. Temperature's nice and warm. A little bit breezy, but that's okay with me, as long as we don't have the sleet, snow, and rain we've had throughout the spring. Fairhaven taking on Mill River for the second time this week. Mill River traveling to Fairhaven earlier in the week and winning 9-1. In that game, though, Fairhaven able to, I believe it was 8 hits, able to make contact off McDonald. Mill River coming in undefeated. This is a league matchup. This is a Division B matchup, and that pitch is being called a ball. And Heidi Dorn, Melanie Canfield, and Brooke Roby do up here, the first 3 hitters for Fairhaven. They're in the darker blue uniforms. And that's going to be toward the foul line, and foul ball. Pankowski will pick it up and toss the ball back into play. And I will quickly set that defense for you. Nikki Rao is behind the dish. Jessica McDonald's in the circle. Chrissy Murray's over at first base. Chelsea Redenis is at second. Katie Ketchum's at short, and Brandy Bennick is at third. And that is a strike. And Dorn now with 2 strikes on her. Outfield has Andrea Chambers in center field. Deanna Pinkowski is in left, and that just missed the corner. And Kayla Plouffe, your right fielder. Gary McDonald is an assistant coach, and Shirley Brousseau, the head coach for Mill River. Strike 3. Dorn flirted with a strikeout on the last pitch. Will get caught looking here, and that'll be the first strikeout of the game for McDonald. Now, she did have a 16 strikeout performance earlier this season against Division I Rutland. She also went on the road, her team did, with behind her pitching and a good defense, and defeated Otter Valley 1-0 on the road. And there's a strike there on the corner to Melanie Canfield. Canfield will be the starting shortstop for Fairhaven, the Slaters, when they come out in the bottom half of the first defensively. That's going to be caught by Redenis on the infield. So the first 2 hitters retired by Jessica McDonald. And it'll bring up number 3 in the lineup, Brooke Roby, and she will be fouled. The cleanup hitter today is Hannah Brown, and she's the on-deck hitter. And that'll be down too low. Like I said before, McDonald says she throws 5 pitches. She has good command of them. She's working on a screwball for pitch number 6, but she is very polished, very good hitter. And it's going to be down to Redenis. We'll go off from her shin, and we're going to have an error. And the first base runner of the game will become the number 3 hitter in the order for Fairhaven, Brooke Roby. So she'll be on with 2 down. And that will bring up the cleanup hitter, Hannah Brown, with Kayla Golfin on deck. Squeak Gregory is the head coach over at Fairhaven. Does a good job, got a good program. And they have a chance now to get a 2-out rally going, and that's going to be over the backstop as Nikki Rao can usually chase anything down. Had to stop because of the fencing there, but she had a good beat on it. Again, very good team defensively, Mill River. That's a very rare error on them this season. That's something they've really worked on from last year to this year. So Hannah Brown with strike 1 will settle in the right side of the box, and that's going to be off the end of the bat, picked up. Bennick will fire, and that's the inning. Nice play by Bennick from third, and we're going to go to the bottom half of the first, scoreless. Fairhaven in those dark blue uniforms, the Slaters out there, and you're looking at Brooke Ryan, number 12. She'll be the pitcher in the circle. Michelle Partridge will be the catcher, and the leadoff batter will be Katie Ketchum. I'll catch up to everything else after this first pitch to Ketchum, who's just been on fire this year. Great pitch, strike 1. It's going to be Ketchum, Chelsea Redenis, Chrissy Murray, then the cleanup hitter Nikki Rao to appear for Mill River in the bottom of the first. And that's going to be over to the short field, and she'll be safe. Now, a lot of times you see that 9-3 put out. Number 1, though, Ketchum has very, very good speed. And number 2, the throw was offline, so she'll have a single. And that'll bring up Chelsea Redenis. Not saying that they will, but they have the ability to play small ball, and they like to run the bases and put pressure on the defense. And there they go, and the throw will just be a tad bit late. Canfield with the tag, and it was a very good throw from the catcher down there, Michelle Partridge. So you can see they waste no time in getting things going, and Redenis will step back in now with a runner in scoring position at second base. Brooke Ryan, number 12, into the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be caught at second, and you can see Ketchum didn't get too far away from that bag, so she would not be doubled up. Now will be the first out. That was hit off to second base, and that's where Kaylee Richards made the catch. That'll bring up Chrissy Murray now, and she has been hitting the ball extremely well her whole high school career, but today, or especially this year here, she's really hitting with a lot of confidence. First base, you have Kayla Gulp and Kaylee Richards at second, Melanie Canfield's at short, and Hannah Brown is at third base, and that was the big swing in the foul ball. In your outfield, you'll have left field Brooke Roby, Heidi Dorns in center, and Sarah Bird is your right fielder. That sets the defense for Fairhaven, and I will read that a couple times during the game for both Mill River and Fairhaven, as both these schools are in the Munger Vision viewing area. And that's going to be a strike over the backstop. And again, this is Jerry Munger, Munger Vision, taping the game, and then it'll be played on PEGTV channel 15. And should be a very good game, very entertaining game. Like I said, second time this week the two schools have met. And she's going to go catch him, waited for a second, and then she'll easily go down to third base. So the importance of that is, with a one down, you know, pass ball, wild pitch, an error, deep enough pop fly, and you can get the runner home from third base. And that was a big strikeout. And that was quite a rip, too. So 2 down now, but the pressure's still on the pitcher-catcher to keep the ball in front of him in play. Now, Nikki Rao up the catcher, also a junior. That battery for Mill River is just going to be back next year and bother people terrible. Oh, good-looking pitch. I've heard a lot of good things about Brooke Ryan. And right now, she's showing me some good stuff out there in the circle for Fairhaven. And that's a pass ball, and Ketchum's going to come home, and that's what I'm talking about. The stolen base, the wild pitch, and then that pitch there they got by him, and they'll manufacture a run. 1-0 Mill River. Nikki Rao at the plate now with nobody on base. She's got very good power. She's had a home run this year. She actually might have had 2. I know the last game on the road she did have a home run. And she has a good eye for the plate. Being a catcher, you would hope she knows that strike zone, and she stayed off from that pitch right there for a ball. And the outfield pretty much straight up. I'm watching the center fielder, Dorn, and she's lined up right with second base. And that's going to be to the opposite field. See if they can get the... Nope. They were going to try for the 9-3 put out, but what had happened there is a little problem with the exchange of the ball from the glove to the hand, and that'll be the second single of this inning. Remember, Ketchum had a single, now Rao, now Jessica McDonald up, and her hitting really starting to come around. It started last year, and then she got off to just a little bit of a slow start this season at the plate, but she's been heating it up and cooking them pretty good here. She'll show bunt, pull back, pitch coming, runner going, throw down, Canfield will scoop it up out of the dirt, and Rao will be in there safe. Rayfish, outstanding umpire out there. He's doing the field work today out in the field. So that's another stolen base this inning for Mill River, and that puts a runner in scoring position with 2 down. Oh, McDonald went up the ladder after that one and chased it for a foul ball strike. Like I said, I did that road game up in Otter Valley between Mill River and Otter Valley. Great game. And it's a slow roller. Foul ball. Hannah Brown wisely let it go foul down there. So we'll just stay with 2 strikes on McDonald. She'll come back and get the bat. We'll send Rao back to second base. And I hope you've enjoyed all the baseball and softball action. Congratulations to the 2 JV teams, Hartford and MSJ, that I did last night. The game for JV baseball was very entertaining. And that's a poke, and that's going to be over the head of the outfielder. And McDonald's going to get an RBI and going to pull up and wait at second base. Oh, she drove that ball. It was an outside pitch, and she went with it to the opposite field, and she will get herself a double out of that, an RBI, and they're going to bring a courtesy runner in for McDonald, and I think it's Prouty, but I'll wait till she turns around to see that jersey number. Because I'm wrong, it's Fenner, number 16. So Ketchum led this inning off with a single to right field. Then the pop-up by Rodenis to second base, a strikeout by Murray, the single by Rao to right field, and then a double by McDonald. And Kayla Plouffe up. Now, Kayla Plouffe has really been coming on strong the last several games for Mill River. She's been very good with the glove in the outfield. She has a strong throwing arm. But she's starting to find her stroke at the plate, starting to get confidence, making good contact. She's a very strong individual. She can get the bat on the ball. She's a gap hitter with decent speed. That pitch came up a little bit too high for a strike. It'll be ball one. So Brooke Ryan just kind of got settled down. Find that third out, get in the dugout, regroup. Got a lot of softball game left to play. It's 2-0 Mill River in the bottom of the first, and that's a great pitch at the knee, and then it dropped right off the table for a strike. Again, Brown, Canfield, Richards, Golphin on the infield defensively for Fairhaven. Roby, Dorn, and Bird in the outfield. The batteries Partridge and Ryan. And that's going to be caught at the second base by Kaylee Richards on. She'll stab what would have been an RBI. It'll be 2-0 Mill River going into the top of the second against Fairhaven. Jessica McDonald tagging it up in the circle. She's a good leader out there. And even as a junior, she's a good leader. Teammates follow her. And she's going to be looking at Kayla Golphin, Michelle Partridge, and Kaylee Richards, who made that nice defensive play to end the bottom of the first. Top of the second, Fairhaven. I'm looking. They're going to say she held up for ball one. And we still have at first base Chrissy Murray, Chelsea Redenis is second, Katie Ketchum's at short, and Brandy Bennick at third. And that's going to be popped up and going to be, I'm looking for an indication, I believe it's going to be a base hit. Fair ball base hit. So a leadoff single will have Fairhaven with a runner on first base and Kayla Golphin. I had to wait because I'm shooting from right on the ground, not elevated up in the air. And I do have a little problem seeing the foul lines first and third. Great pitch, it elevated, just exploded up and on. I watch a lot of Red Sox games. I guess that's the new in phrase on a rise ball or high fastball, it elevated. Oh, good. I like what McDonald's doing here. She's going right back to bread and butter. She's at the 6, 7, 8, 9 hitter, and she's just overmatching Partridge with fastballs, and just tickled the corner but a little bit outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Golphin's on first, nobody down. Fairhaven just getting their first base hit of the game. They did have a base runner in the first inning on an error at second base by Redenis. And that's going to be foul. See, it came up and caught Nikki Rao in the face mask, and she retrieved the ball and gave it back to McDonald. This is the first game anywhere I've taped where I haven't been cold. It's beautiful out today. It's breezy, but hey, that's going to be put into play. She'll pick it up. She'll fire to first base. She faked me out there. She goes, and that was a good decision, I think, by McDonald, because the runner had a good lead. Golphin was down at second base, so that's 1 out on that 1-3 ground out. Now bring up Kaylee Richards from the right-hand side in Fairhaven. The runner in scoring position, less than 2 down. There's a strike. Now, if you're thinking running on Rao, the catcher, I mean, I like the aggressive base running and you know, taking chances. Rao very good though behind the plate. Accurate arm, strong arm, and not a lot of balls get by her. She's very polished behind the plate. So Fairhaven with a threat here in the top of the second. Remember, they had, like I said, they lost 9-1 earlier in the week at Fairhaven. Oh, great pitch. But it was a game where they were able to get hits, just not the timely hit when they needed it to drive in runs. McDonald with the look in and just did miss outside. You can see how good a catcher Rao is because she caught that, received the ball, very easy for the umpire to watch it, and then she just gently slid it in, trying to frame it for a strike. That's going to be put into play, McDonald, and she knows, go to first. That's the second out. Runner does move up to third base. There's Golphin, but again, the important thing there is to get the out. And that's a very experienced junior out there. Remember, McDonald started as a freshman. She was the pitcher her freshman year, sophomore year, and obviously in her junior year. And Ray's going to get in the way of the pitch here, Mr. Fish is. Now, it's not his, I mean, they have, you know, it's their deal. They have all the right to the field. It's a big field to be right dead center of the lens. Swinging strike. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to slide over a little bit, less Ray does. I'll time, and you can see I moved over just a tad bit. And she will get set. She's got 2 down and a runner at third base, and the pitch coming. Great pitch. Great pitch. Nice call on the ball, on the pitch being called a strike. So they're looking for that third out, leaving that runner stranded. And they'll get it on the strikeout. McDonald will end the threat with a K. We'll go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 Mill River. So Brooke Ryan in a circle for Fairhaven, getting set for her second inning of work. She'll be looking at Andrea Chambers, Deanna Pinkowski, and Brandy Bennick. All due up for Mill River. So again, Fairhaven had a chance to break through in the scoring column there in the second, and just McDonald, and I've said this for about 3 years now. First of all, she pitches to the level of her competition. If it's one of the higher ranked teams and one of the bigger rivalries, that's high for a ball. She just really seems to be in focus, in the groove, and just red hot. Also, if you get a base runner on against her and she gets in a little bit of a jam, she seems to bear down and find a whole new focus, and that's what she did there. They got the base hit, advanced run our way over to third base, Fairhaven did, and then McDonald able to come up with a big strikeout in that inning. Brooke Ryan with one strikeout herself so far in the game, and that's a good pitch right there. Chambers, the center fielder, was very good defensively, but she's starting to get her confidence now at the plate with the bat. And then she's going to put that up in the air, and Ray Fish will watch it go foul. So that'll stay 2 strikes now on Chambers, and she'll have to get defensive and, you know, get a bat on the ball, maybe choke up a little bit on the handle and shorten the stroke. But again, this Mill River squad started off hot with their pitching. Then the defense really got solid. And that's a swinging strike, drop, third strike, and Chambers is going to be safe. I have her as yes. I have to wait and make sure. Yep, Ray Fish says she is safe. So a strikeout and then that E2, and that'll be a base runner on. And Pinkowski up, the left fielder. Well, actually, they're going to go send the runner, and she's going to be there. Again, a lot of speed on this Mill River squad. That's one thing that I think everybody will agree upon, is they have a fast, speedy, quick team. That's going to be a foul ball into the crowd. And an error on a spectator where they had a chance to make the catch, and they just swatted the ball away. So Chambers finds herself at second base. Pinkowski at the plate with a chance to drive in a run. And actually, there are good arms in the outfield, though, on the ball hit. If it's not hit slow enough or deep enough, it's not automatic. Chambers could score. Pinkowski. That's going to be a foul ball. That was a good pitch, too, with 2 strikes, and she fouled it off. Good job by both the pitcher and then batter. Sorry to say, but now Mill River, like I said, they came in already with the pitching set, and then the defense is really falling into place. But their hitting's starting to come around, and that could be trouble. That could be trouble. Yeah, it's going to be trouble. And Chambers had to hold up and make sure that was going to drop in for a base hit. So that'll be a single for Pinkowski, and that's going to be 2 on. Runners at the corners for Mill River, and you know what I'm going to say now. Perfect time to send a runner from first to second. If they throw down all the way to second base, they'll release the runner from third to home. If they cut the throw off, then you've got runners at first and second. Yeah, they're going to concede the stolen base to Pinkowski. So that'll put runners now both in scoring position for Brandy Bennick. Now, see, I moved over so Ray wouldn't get in my way. And I'm only picking on Ray. Well, kind of. The biggest problem I have shooting from center field at any diamond I do is, first of all, I'm not elevated. I'm not on a pickup truck or in a staging. Is that the umpire gets in my way. That's going to be playable, and it's going to be off the glove. 1 run in, and we'll see Pinkowski hold up at second base. And over at first base with an RBI, as this lower half of the order has done some damage. So Bennick, that'll be a base hit and an RBI in top of the order. Catch him up. And Katie Ketchum scored in the first inning, and she had a single to right field. And boy, she got jammed, and she had a good cut. And watch her swing. She's really worked out the mechanics. She had a little bit of a long swing last year with a hitch. She's really compacted it up. She's starting with her hands back, the bat almost parallel to the ground. And she's got a real quick snap through now. She's really worked on her mechanics, and it's showing in the hitting this year. She's very consistent. That's a great pitch. That's a strike. The ball was not fouled off, and there's Binkowski with the score. And Bennett moving up to second base. So a couple of miscues have led to Mill River runs. And Ketchum now with a runner at second base, 2 runs in, 4-0 Mill River. And that's going to be out of play. Yeah, remember this inning started off with a strikeout, and the third strike was dropped by the catcher, and that allowed Chambers to get the first base save. She scored. Nice pitch. It elevated, and she got her swinging at it, struck her out. And that will become the first out of the inning. Still a runner at second, 2 runs in, and Chelsea Redenis up, who popped up to the second baseman, Kaylee Richards. Now, she didn't show it there, but this is a good group with the bat. Don't be surprised at some point see a little small ball. 4-0 Mill River or Fairhaven in the bottom of the second. That's going to get the runner to third, and that could get the runner home. Bennett never stopped. She kept right on moving, and there's going to be a score and another error on Mill River, or a mistake by Fairhaven, I'm sorry. And that will lead to a run, the third run of the inning, the 5th of the game. So Bennett will score. And Chrissy Murray up. She struck out in the first inning, and she'll get set to step in there against Brooke Ryan. Now, as a pitcher, it's easier said than done. But you don't want to get frustrated. You got to kind of just take each batter. There's the throw down, and great attempt by Canfield to sweep the tag, but she did miss Redenis, and she snuck in there with a stolen base. Now, getting back to the pitcher, there's been some errors and mistakes made behind her, but she's got to look at each, like every hitter's a new chapter. You turn the page, boom, this is where we start. This is where you go. This has popped up, this looks to be playable. Canfield's real dependable, and she'll make the catch. Melanie Canfield with the grab for the second out. Now, Canfield's one of those players that when the ball's hit to her, I don't know why, I just don't worry. Like I said, she's real solid, real dependable, fundamentally got her skills down, just a good athlete, nice young lady. Now Nikki Rao up, she singled and scored a run. Now it was a great pitch, but it was low. Great location though. Redenis at second, 3 runs in the second, 5-0 Mill River. Fairhaven out in the field defensively, trying to just buckle down here and get that third out. And that one will bust inside for ball 2. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the athletic director, Rob Black, and the coaches, like I said, Shirley Brusso and Gary McDonald, and all the parents of the Mill River players for allowing me to come down to Mill River and videotape their sports, put it on PEGTV. I greatly appreciate that. And I know that a lot of the grandparents, aunts, uncles, past alumni, student body, teachers, they enjoy it too. They like to turn it on, be able to keep up with their school, and that's going to be ball 4, and they will walk Nikki Rao. And that will bring up Jessica McDonald, who had a double and an RBI. So McDonald looking to increase that lead. Great pitch. Great pitch, right at the knee, and it actually dipped outside, and would have been a hard pitch to do anything other than go to the opposite field with it. On deck is Kayla Plouffe. McDonald represents the 8th hitter to come to the plate here for Mill River. And that's going to be in the dirt. Wild pitch for Dennis will go down to second, and you can see Rao there at second base. So the runners will move up on the wild pitch. So Jessica McDonald, she's really in there. She's behind Ray Fish. That's a high pitch caught and grabbed by the catcher. Good job by the catcher to snag that one. So Brooke Ryan looking at the target, and she'll miss it. And they're going to send the runner home, and she'll score. So on a wild pitch, the 4th run comes in. That's Redenis. Going on because of the error, she will score, and McDonald now looking for something she get the bat on. And she does. That's going to be down. Richards to first. That's the inning, but Mill River with a lot of damage will have a 6-0 lead going into the third inning behind some mistakes made out in the field by Fairhaven. Brooke Ryan, the pitcher for Fairhaven, getting her first at-bat in the top of the third against Jessica McDonald, and wind kicking up a little bit here, more than it was, and settled down pretty nice. McDonald with 2 strikeouts to this point in the ball game, and she'll fall down in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Bennick at third, Ketchum is at short, Dennis is at second, Murray is at first, Rao behind the plate, and McDonald in a circle. That's the infield. Chambers, Andrea Chambers is in center field, Kayla Plouffe is in right, and Deanna Pinkowski is in left. And boy, that just exploded up and away from the hitter, and she gets back to 2 strikes now in the count to Brooke Ryan. Top of the order, Heidi Doran on deck for Fairhaven. Went right back to the same pitch, and good discipline by the hitter that time not to go after that. McDonald's yet to issue a walk. She averages just about 1 walk per ball game, and she is going to have her 3rd strikeout. That's a good job by McDonald. Top of the order, Heidi Dorn and then Melanie Canfield. Dorn struck out to lead the ball game off for Fairhaven. And yes, I moved the camera again. Oh, great pitch. And that was right there with some heat on it. Like I said, McDonald's, without a speed gun or any official stats, she just seems to have picked up 3, 4, 5 miles an hour. That's a foul ball for strike 2. She seems to have picked up 3, 4, 5 miles an hour on her pitch this year. She's sprung up a little bit. She's grown some. She's worked out, and she's thrown a lot of pitches in the off season to help develop her craft. And just the fact she's matured between years too. She's really coming in. She's got a whole other year to go, and she went out of the strike zone with that, and that's going to be a ball. We're in the third on Munger Vision on PEGTV. 6-0 Mill River with the lighter blue shirts on. They're out in the... Oh, she's just blowing it by him now. That's 3 strikeouts in a row, 4 for the game. She has struck out the first 2 hitters she's faced. Now Canfield up, who popped out to Dennis at second base. Yeah, McDonald looking for a 1-2-3 inning. She has given up the 1 single, and they've had a base runner on via an error. Like I said, McDonald's had a 16 strikeout game. She averages right between 9 and 11 strikeouts per game. But what she does so well is she stays composed. She directs traffic out there. Her teammates believe in her. But she doesn't walk a lot of people, doesn't hit batters. She puts the ball in play, and her defense makes the plays behind her. Like, catch him, just couldn't quite get there. That's going to be the second base hit of the game, and Pinkowski with the ball, and that was a nice stroke over there by Canfield. So with 2 down, Canfield got a good set of wheels. See if they want to run with her here. They're down 6 runs, but a lot of softball left to play. Brooke Roby up. She reached on an error. That pitch was high, now the strike zone, and Roby didn't offer at it, and the runner stayed at first. So a lot of things didn't happen on that particular pitch. That's a little blooper, and catch them with the catch, and that's the inning. They'll strand 1 at first. They'll still trail 6-0 Fairhaven Wills. We're coming in the bottom of the 3rd inning from Mill River Union High School. I was doing my changes. We got some defensive changes for Fairhaven, but Kayla Plouffe got hit by a pitch. On the first pitch from Brooke Ryan, she got hit by a pitch. She's at first base. Andrea Chambers up. Now, let me try to catch up here. Ali Caballero has gone into play second base. Runner off on the pitch. Throw down. She's going to be in there for the stolen base. And sometimes see the coach, Bruce, down there telling him, don't overrun the base, and that's why you've got to slide. That's actually a stopping agent. Andrea Chambers up at the plate. Chambers struck out, but was a drop 3rd strike, and she was able to reach base and eventually score. Now I'll get back to my changes. Hannah Brown's gone from 3rd base to left field defensively, and there is one more change. Oh, 3rd base. We got a new 3rd baseman, obviously, and that's going to be Kaylee Richards has gone over from 2nd to 3rd. So the new 2nd baseman again is Ali Caballero. And I hope I'm saying that correctly. Caballero. Yeah, okay. We'll go with that. And while I was doing my pronunciation, runner on first and second now for Deanna Pinkowski. She singled and scored, as this portion of the order the last time through did some serious damage as he's produced 3 runs. 6-0 Mill River. There's some small ball, and it's going to be fouled back out of play. Told you you'd see some small ball before it was over. Yeah, but in the second inning, Chambers scored, Pinkowski scored, Bennick scored. Bennick had a single, Pinkowski had a single. I already told you that Chambers reached base. Yeah, and that's going to be popped up and caught by the catcher. Yep. Well, I was just about to say, if you're going to bunt on the first pitch, you've really got to bunt on the second pitch. And unfortunately, she bunted to the catcher, and that's going to be the first out. Now, Brandy Bennick up. She singled and scored a run, drove in a run. So Bennick at third base defensively at the plate now with 2 on and 1 down in the bottom of the third. 2 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second. Mill River at 6 runs right now, and that's a good stop by the catcher behind the plate, digging that out. That's Michelle Partridge, number 17. Brooke Ryan in the circle on a sunny day down at Mill River. And that's a wild pitch. There's absolutely nothing a catcher can do about that. Just see the 2 runners move up. Yeah, and Brooke Ryan should just shake it off and go on to the next pitch. Bennick taking her time, getting back into the box. Boy, she liked that. That's one of those horizontal foul ball strikes. She had a nice level swing. She had her head down, her front foot forward. She had the hips open coming through. Had a good beat on that pitch. So Mill River, chance to get a couple more runs here in this 3rd inning. That'll be ball. Good job of laying off it. And again, she's missing high and outside when she does miss. It's just a matter of release points there of just holding on to the ball a tad bit too long. Top of the order on deck, and Katie Ketchum. Again, she wound up and had a lot of juice in the swing. It's a foul ball strike. So Bennick will battle with the 2 strikes, and then Brooke Ryan will step back into the circle, get on the rubber, wait for the target, and there it is from Partridge. And she has that to walk. She has an unusual windup in the fact that she doesn't keep the ball in the glove. And the bases are juiced for the top of the order, Ketchum. She has singled, scored, and struck out. Now, the successful pitch that Ryan had last time was the rise ball, high, about letter high. So she got Ketchum on. That was a great pitch right there for a strike. 0-1 to count to senior captain Katie Ketchum. Oh, she put that right where she could get the bat on it. And there it's going to drop in. You see Plouffe coming in to score, and they're going to hold up the rest of the runners. Oh, no. Chambers will come in to score as they toss the ball around, and that's 2 runs coming in now, and Redenis will be at the plate. And I'm looking for Ketchum. She ended up at first. And Bennick ends up at second. So first and second, 2 RBIs for Ketchum. Redenis is up, and there's a strike. Now Redenis today has popped up to second base. Then in the second inning, she reached on an error and scored. She'll put that. There's 1, and they'll get the leader runner. Nice job over there by Richards. Took the right play, the safe play, and got the out. So that just goes as a put out to number 5, and that is going to be the second out. And now Chrissy Murray up. She has struck out and popped up to the shortstop, Melanie Canfield. So Murray with 2 runs in, making it 8-0. And that's going to be a wild pitch, and they'll get Ketchum over to third and Bennick over to second. Oh, I'm sorry, that's for Dennis over to second. And it's one of those cases where Fairhaven has been their own worst enemy a lot of times today. No, I'm not moving the camera anymore. This is where we're sitting. We'll see half a ray fish. And that is a wild pitch. The runner's coming home. She's going to be in there safe. Ketchum just way too fast. And then Redennis will go. To third base. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 runs here makes it 8-10 to nothing. And Murray stepping in. That's going to be slowly hit. Richards will scoop, fire, and no, it's going to be out of play. The Warder, yeah, that's a dead ball. The run will come in, and they'll give second base to Murray. So let me catch up now. So Redennis scored. Murray goes to second. That's going to be an error. And they'll bring up Nicky Rao. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs in, 11-0, and Rao will step in against Ryan. It's been a disastrous inning here for Fairhaven. They do have 2 outs here. They have an awful lot of potential on this Fairhaven team. They have very good athletes out there. Just a matter of, getting it together. It was a very bad spring, early spring, for teams to really, practice, get outside, get some scrimmages in. So they just might be late bloomers this season. The on-deck hitter is Jessica McDonald. Rao represents the 8th hitter to come to the plate for Mill River. Good pitch, real good pitch right there for a strike. Anthony, you can see Murray. She can run well. It's got good speed. She's dancing around down at second base right now. Plouffe has scored. Chambers has scored. Bennick has scored. Ketchum scored. And Redennis has scored. And that's been given a ride. Hannah Brown. And that's going to be a fair ball. That was just driven by Rao. And she's going to stop with an RBI double. And she got it up into the air. And just really had a lot of power behind that hit by Rao. So Rao with a single walk and a double. Now McDonald up is the 9th hitter, so Mill River would have batted around here. In the bottom of the 3rd, nice scoop by the catcher. Partridge got down in the dirt with the glove and made the snag and kept Rao at second base. Plouffe on deck. Remember, she started this whole thing off because you missed it because I wasn't on air. She got hit by the pitch, and that's what got this whole inning started. That's a little nubber. Canfield up, bobbles, fires, and got it. But Mill River with a big inning will head to the 4th, and Fairhaven need to put together some runs now. Hannah Brown due up here to lead off the 4th inning. Fairhaven down 12-0 unofficially. And McDonald was cooking along there. She had struck out 3 in a row, going from the bottom of the 2nd through the 3rd. She's got 4 strikeouts for the game. And that's going to be a foul ball off the end of the bat down the first baseline and fall for a strike. And as usual, McDonald's been up in the count. Had it in her favor here. And like I said, she just doesn't hurt herself as a pitcher. Doesn't hit batters, doesn't get wild, doesn't issue a lot of walks, doesn't throw a lot of wild pitches. It's going to be up the middle, base hit. Chambers will charge the ball and then just flip it in. And Hannah Brown with the 3rd hit of the softball game here. Nice stroke by Brown. Kept her head on the ball, and everything was going in the right motion for her. Now it should be Kayla Gulpin up. She also singled. She got stranded at 3rd base. But Fairhaven, again, they don't, obviously you don't come to the plate thinking you're going to score 12 runs in one inning against McDonald, but you have to score some runs here now. We're in the 4th. Actually, we'll be at the midway point at the end of this half inning. That's going to be Redennis with the bobble. And they're going to flip, get the out at first. She's safe at first. They're going to throw to second. They're going to tag her out second. What a crazy play. And I'll tell you, that was really nobody's fault at all. It was just being a victim of circumstances by Hannah Brown. Now, let me see if I can even remotely. That's a line out. So that goes 4, 3, 6. That's a foul ball. Okay, so that out went 4-3-6. Brown's out, Gulfin is on, and I gave Gulfin unofficially on that. She got on because of an error, yeah. That's going to be fouled out of play. And I got to get this number here. I got to catch up. Partridge is up. So Partridge grounded out to the pitcher, McDonald, her only time up. Partridge is the catcher. And they're out of balls with all these foul balls. They got to have some of the fans retrieve and get the balls back into the umpire. Now, I'm not sure. That looks like Mr. Bedard behind the plate. Don't forget, I'm about 204 feet away from home base, and I'm almost 50, so my eyes can't see 200 feet away. Oh, good pitch. Didn't get the call. It was a little bit too far outside, but it's been a very well called game behind the plate and in the field. And that's playable. Murray's very steady. Will make the grab. Gets the out. That's 2 down now. So Chrissy Murray, like what I said about Melanie Canfield, I feel the same way about Murray. When the ball's hit to her, I kind of relax and just figure she's got it because she's so steady. Now Kaylee Richards up. She grounded out to McDonald also. Nah, it's inside for a ball. Had the hitter dancing around a tad. And the defense looks like there's been no changes made. That could be caught by Ketchum. She will catch it very casually, and that's the inning. They'll strand one, and it'll stay 12-0. Mill River going into the bottom of the 4th. Well, Fairhaven needing a defensive stop here. Kayla Plouffe up. She was hit by a pitch and scored in the last inning. Prior to that, she lined out to second base. And I will go through the defense because I don't know if it's a change this inning or if it's one that I missed last inning. That's going to be low for a ball. But Brooke Roby has gone from left field to right field. So Dorn's in center and Hannah Brown's in right field. That's still Brooke Ryan in the circle. That's still a ball. And behind the plate, still Michelle Partridge. Kayla Golfin's at first. Ali Caballero is at second. Melanie Canfield remains at short. And Kaylee Richards is at third. I think that sets the table now for Fairhaven. And that is a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. To Kayla Plouffe, with the on-deck hitter being Andrea Chambers due up. 12-0 Mill River. They have scored in every inning. And that's going to be a base hit. Nice hit by Plouffe. And like I said, she's started the season off very solid defensively, and now she's getting her confidence and finding her stroke at the plate. She is a triple threat. Defense, hitting the ball, and running the bases. And that will bring up Chambers now. She scored twice. She struck out but reached on a drop third strike and then walked. There goes the runner to throw down, and she's going to just be there. Getting a nice throw by the catcher. Mill River now, I think that puts them in double digits on stolen bases. And that's a foul ball strike. Good swing by Chambers. Now you take this Mill River squad, they're undefeated, a lot of softball left to play, and other teams will improve, but you take Mill River with their solid pitching, good defense. If their hitting catches up to the rest of the game, whoa, watch out. That one's low, and Partridge kept it in front of her, and they'll keep Plouffe at second base. Deanna Pinkowski should be on deck. Yeah, there she is, number 10. She's the on-deck hitter for Mill River, coached by Shirley Brusso and Gary McDonald. And the pitch on the way from Ryan's going to be high and outside. And again, catcher getting a workout. She's in the dirt, knocking them down. She's up, catching them high, and she's doing a good job, Partridge is behind the plate. Chambers. We'll watch that one come in low, and that'll make it a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And again, Fairhaven gave up 2 runs in the first, 4 in the second, 6 in the third. And that will be ball 4. And I'll put runners at first and second with nobody out. And I'll bring up Pinkowski, who has singled and scored, and then popped out to the catcher on a bunt attempt. She was trying to bunt the ball and popped up the catcher in foul territory. So what they do with Pinkowski here, it's a good place for small ball right here. And she brought the bat back. The pitch was high, and she got the bat back, so it'll be ball 1. And we'll see if they put the bunt. There would be no reason to take the bunt off, but we'll see what they'll do here. That's going to be in foul ball. One thing she's doing is she's getting the bat in under the ball. That's why she keeps popping up. That was a pop up there. She wants to get on top of the ball and deaden it down into the ground. So Pinkowski with Bennick on deck. That was a much better job. There's one play, that's the first. They get the outrunners, move up to second and third. Very, very good sacrifice. And she really, I don't know if, I know Coach McDonald had talked to her between pitches. I don't know if what, but she made a nice adjustment there. Now it's perfect form on her bunt. Now Bennick up, she singled and scored and walked and scored, so she's been busy. And that's going to be a wild pitch. Chambers is going to take off, and the run will come across the plate in Plouffe. So the wild pitch will allow Plouffe to score the game's 13th run. And it's just been mistakes by Fairhaven. It's really been a burr in their side today. Pitch coming, and good scoop. Partridge saves a possible run right there by keeping the ball in play. Runner at third, one down. Also, don't forget that sacrifice bunt. That allowed the runner to get to third base on that wild pitch and allowed her to score. And that's going to be a RBI. They're going to throw it to first. Safe. Okay, what Ray Fish did, he looked to home base, and they said the first baseman's foot was not on the bag, so the run scores. It's an RBI for Bennick. She's been on base 3 times, 2 singles and a walk, and she's got 2 RBIs. Now Katie Ketchum up. She takes a strike there. She has had 2 singles, scored 2 runs, has 2 RBIs. And what I missed there, because I was doing bookwork, was Bennick stole second base, and I apologize for missing that, but somebody's got to do my book for me. I run the camera, do the book, and commentate the game. And I'm free. I volunteer. And I love doing it. And Bennick on that wild pitch will go to third base, take the turn, and head back. So again, Fairhaven having a little problem here. They've given up 2 runs already to push it to 14-0. Yeah, and Ketchum showed bunt. And she's done a lot of that this year. She's laid down some beauty. She's gotten some base hits on bunts. She's, again, just the all-around player. And that's going to be looking for it, and picked up by Brooke Ryan. As Partridge got enough of it to keep it close to home base, keep the runner at third base, and then Ryan came in to scoop it up. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. See if Ketchum got the green light, 3-1. Nope, that'll be a walk. So runners at the corners, and I don't think it's going to take long before we see Katie Ketchum taking off. Chelsea Redenis up. She scored twice today. She is the second baseman for Mill River. And boy, it's a long look down to Coach McDonald at third base. He flashed her a lot of signs, and see what comes of it here. Yeah, and they concede the stolen bases. Ketchum will just jog into second. They'll put runners at second and third. I have mixed feelings on that. Not that anybody asked me. That could be another run, and it will be. So Bennick will sneak in under the tag, and another wild pitch leads to a run. That's 3 runs. That makes it 15-0 Mill River. What I was going to say is you're down at the last stolen base. You're down 14-0. I really don't see any harm in letting the catcher be the catcher, throw the ball down, maybe get the out. There's 1 down right now, and Redenis had to wait as the umpire did a little dusting off of the plate. Good pitch, real good pitch. Now Brooke Ryan's shown some good stuff today out there in the circle. And it's a tough position to play. It's just a matter of getting consistent and getting a little confidence and being consistent where you're throwing. But she's got the makings of a good pitcher. And that's going to be off from the glove of the catcher, Partridge, and Ketchum will come in with another run. And I believe that clears the bases now. 4 runs this inning, making it 16-0 Mill River, and Redenis digging in now. Base is clean, 1 down, pitch on the way, and that's going to be put into play down to Caballero, and she's looking around for the ball, and it's going to be picked up by Canfield. That'll be an E4, and Redennis will be on at first base. And like I said, that it gets a little frustrating to the pitcher. And I'll bring up Chrissy Murray. She's reached on an error and scored her last time up. So Murray, and a pitch in the dirt, and a runner coming down, and Canfield, safe. Again, Canfield did a nice job of digging out the throw. So it won't go into center field, and still almost got the tag down. So Murray with an RBI sitting out at second base. Awaits Brooke Ryan's pitch. It's on the way and high. And that's, I tell you, not joking around, that's good eye right there. It's tough to lay out those high pitches. 16-0 Mill River in the bottom of the fourth. Oh, that's going to be solid. Right at Canfield. Oh, she took a few steps back. She had a beat on it all the way. And she will have the second out of this inning. The runner cannot advance. And Murray really couldn't have done anything more than she did right there. Nikki Rao up. She's been a busy young lady. She single, walked, and doubled. She's got RBIs, and she's also scored a run. There she is. And that could be caught. That could be, no, it's going to be a lot of trouble. Run will score. Rao, where is she? She'll come back, and she'll have another RBI and another base hit. She's got a pretty nifty swing. That's why she gets a lot of base hits to right field. And now the ninth batter to come up will be Jessica McDonald. She's got a double and some RBIs today. Good stop by Partridge. And the runner will stay at first base. 1, 2, 3, 5 runs in, 17-0 Mill River. Gotta be honest with you, I didn't expect this. It was 9-1 out in Fairhaven. And I not that I expected Mill River to lose, but to be ahead by this much, I thought Fairhaven might make a few adjustments, having seen McDonald less than a week ago. But I'm telling you, Mill River is just one of the better teams around any division. And that's going to be past the catcher, and that'll allow the runner to go down to Rouse. She'll go down to second base. So McDonald with a 2-1 count back in the box from the right side. Pitch on the way from Ryan. Going to be high. Going to run into a 3-1 count. There are 2 outs, so Kayla Plouffe on deck. If she gets up, this will be the second inning in a row that she would have hit twice in one inning. Now wait a minute, I got to check that. That's going to be caught in the basket style catch by Brooke Roby, and it'll be 17-0 Mill River. And I am incorrect. It wouldn't have not have been the second time in a row that she would have batted twice in one inning. She didn't get a chance last time. So 17-0, the Minutemen. So in what could be the final inning because of the mercy rule, Desiree Gray has gone in for Mill River to play right field defensively, and then Melissa Prouty has gone in to play left field. Chambers remains in center, Bendix at third, Ketchum at short, Redennis is at second, Murray is at first. McDonald having a little chat with Murray right there. She remains in a circle. Nikki Rao remains your catcher, and I think that is going to, what they're waiting for was the umpire was just recording the changes in his book and reporting them to the Fairhaven bench. And for Fairhaven due up, it should be Sarah Bird, Brooke Ryan, and Heidi Dorn. Mill River with 2 runs in the first, 4 in the second, 3 in the third, 5 in the fourth. Comes up to 17 in my unofficial book, 17-0. And they're looking to run their record, I believe, to 10-0. Mill River is. A lot of big games left, though. A lot of season left to play. And it's 2 quick strikes. McDonald with 4 strikeouts in the ball game. But again, she's been extremely efficient in the amount of pitches she's thrown. She has given up 3 hits. She had to wait. Everybody was waiting. She had to touch the ball for the umpire to call it foul. And when she did, everything will go back to where it was. McDonald will be in the circle. Bird will be at the plate, Rao behind the dish, and we're good to go. It's 2 strikes now. McDonald, I said, has given up 3 hits, and her team's committed just 2 errors. And she has not walked anybody. Chambers will come in, make the catch. I believe that's the first fly ball out of the infield. And there's one down. Now Brooke Ryan up. She struck out in her only plate appearance back in the 3rd. We're in the 5th. And like I said, Mill River just very fundamentally sound all the way around. Good pitching, good defense. Hitting's really coming around. And we got a little juice on that, but it came out of the strike zone for a ball. Top of the order, Heidi Doran on deck. Right there down the pipe, and Ryan took it. Didn't bat an eyelash at it. McDonald overpowered her. Yeah. And McDonald has great stamina too. I mean, she has worked hard. She could throw a lot of innings, not have any damage done to her. And I don't want to get too excited, but I'm just telling you, this is a good Mill River team. Struck her out, looking for the 5th strikeout. 2 down now, and Heidi Doran up. She struck out twice, once in the 3rd, once in the 1st. Well, and I believe the way the mercy rule works is this will be 4.5 innings, and the lead's over 15, so this could be the final out of the game. I know it's different for baseball. That's popped up, and Murray will not make the catch. And I'll tell you what, you probably won't see that again the rest of the year. Murray's like a Hoover vacuum cleaner. Usually anything hit to her, she just sucks it right up. But that will just be a dropped foul ball strike. It happens. Happens to the best of them. Happens to the guys getting paid in professional ball. So just shake it off, refocus. Heidi Doran with a strike on her will take strike 2. I'll tell you what, McDonald's got all 5 pitches just cooking today. And so an 0-2 count. Not she elevated, try to get her to chase the rise ball. She just thinks like a pitcher, McDonald. I mean, it sounds silly, but she's got the game in her head so well. 2-2 the count as she went up and out of the strike zone again. Now, just see if she attacks right here with an even count. She does, and it's going to be hit to catch him. She'll scoop it, she'll fire it, and she'll have the out. And catch him with that strong arm, and she just put everything she had behind it. And that was fast running down the first baseline by Heidi Doran, and Mill River with a 17-0 win over Fairhaven in a shortened game by the mercy rule, I believe. And again, they just keep marching on. They're undefeated, and they will sweep Fairhaven in the regular season series. McDonald will end up with 5 strikeouts, allow 3 hits, 2 errors committed by Mill River. And congratulations to the Minutemen. A good effort by Fairhaven. They can go back, get some practice in, work out the kinks, and you get ready for the playoffs. So for Jerry, I am Jerry Munger. I'm signing off from Mill River Union High School. Get out there, support your student athletes, and always support Munger Vision.